Hey, what is up guys? So I've got two quick little replays for you guys today. I want to talk about the Shaddoll versus the Tellarknight matchup. This is a very popular matchup in the game right now. There's so many high-rated players that are playing this deck, and I honestly think Shaddolls have a huge matchup against them. They have a huge edge on them. So let me go ahead and actually talk about what's actually going on. If you already tuned in on the stream, this is just a repeat, but anyways, we'll go ahead and talk about the matchup right now. So basically, what you want to do against Satellarknights is stop the effect of Neb, and I've put in effect barriers to basically stop Castiel anyways, to stop ruining my mid-rash plays. But basically, Neb over here is basically the Shaddolls of the deck, and if they fall apart, like if their combos don't happen relatively soon, you can beat them simply by summoning mid-rash. If you have a mid-rash, the deck completely folds unless they happen to be able to stop the effect, or if they have the ability to lance and attack over your mid-rash. But other than that, there's very few options, and I already basically had a setup where unless he had double breakthrough skills or double like Chalice, he wasn't going to do much. So let me go ahead and get started with the explanation. So first off, effect valuing this is really good. They are always going to search off Altera after this, which is this card over here, which is the card that brings back to Neb, which then brings back well, Altera brings back Neb, Neb brings back another copy of Altera. So you can see the combo. I've kind of already explained it in a previous video, but the basic combo is you summon this, you search Altera, Altera then resummons this card, and then this card re-adds Altera. So you basically have rank 4s for days. There's so many decks in Yu-Gi-Oh! That make rank 4 plays, and basically Tragodia and Effect Brilliant and Satellarknights basically in combination with the Sinister Shadow games, you can wreck everything. I feel like Shaddolls, like I said, have a huge edge. You guys know how much I love the Shaddolls anyways, but getting this is very, very key early on in the game, and unless he wants to instant fusion, he's not going for anything in this. Well, he's not going for anything this turn anyways. He's set to D present, and I talked about this on my stream also. I don't care about this card. Once Midrash comes out successfully, I'm good to go. So I'll go ahead and dump some cards because I figured he was kind of afraid to actually go for something. But I was going to try to force out a XYZ here, which I actually do, because he probably doesn't want to leave this on board because I can just steal his stuff, and then from there I can just kind of poke at him for a while, because I don't want him to get pluses right now off a supply squad, unless, like I said, Midrash comes out successfully and I'm good to go. So it makes Pod Dynamo, which is an okay option. I mean, he's going to get a free plus off of it after it dies, and it technically negates Tragodia's effect forever. I was hoping he'd make a Castiel. I want to bait out Castiels as often as possible, because Castiel, obviously, it bounces back mid-rash. Mid-rash then becomes very sad. So I'm going to be able to go ahead and +1 and also be able to destroy a back row. Now, with Shaddolls, you can take the risk and you can pop this so he doesn't get the plus. But I mentioned on my stream, if this is a deep prison, I will be in a very, very disadvantageous position. Even though I can bounce back this card with, say, something, I could set a dragon. Or maybe if this gets destroyed, I can pop that and... But, yeah, the thing is, if this was a deep prison, I would lose, and I was like, guys, that's why I gotta get rid of this. I don't care how much he pluses, as long as I have this on board, I am basically good. As long as the window, I keep on calling it mid-rash, but anyways, its English name is the window. But basically, at this point, all he's gonna do is he summons the Beetlejuice over here, and he re-adds back to Neb. But it doesn't really matter at this point, because, I mean, what is he gonna do? You can't use this, you can't really use this. All he's gonna be able to do at this point is be able to special summon another Stellar Knight, and he's just gonna lose. Like, that's all he has. So I'm gonna be able to bounce back a card. I just didn't want it to be a deep prison. I want to get maximum damage in right now. And honestly, what the smarter thing to do is, if you have a mid-rash against the Satellarknights or any deck in general, when you have control over a mid-rash, you don't attack. It's just, you don't want to risk that deep prison. I can attack with this all day. I draw into Lance, and then at that point, I'm like, well, it's fine. I'll just go ahead and attack into it. I don't really care at this point, because like I said, if he has deep prison, I can just Lance. It's totally fine. If he has Mirror Force, well, I don't care. This is unaffected, and I'd get a plus off this anyways. So he goes ahead and adds another card, which he starts adding his combo right now, which doesn't matter because he can't really make use of it. And then I'm just going to compulse it, and then from here, it's just game over for him. And yeah, like I said, having any protection, just like one card, whether I used my compulse, I used it kind of offensively, I guess you could say. I just wanted to finish off that duel, but it's an excellent example of basically the matchup, and it happens every single time I play against that deck. You make mid-rash, and if they don't have breakthrough skill, they fall apart really fast, because the deck is a rank 4 spam deck, unless they have Call of the Haunted set, which that changes up the dynamics, which is a card, of course, that they have to set and hopefully Dragon can get rid of. And if they don't happen to have Altera already, which he just added, then whatever monster he gets out, you can search a card off the Neb. I really don't care, but that monster is going to die, and then you're back to the same position as you were originally. So don't let them have Altair in the grave, especially because a lot of them play Call of the Haunted. I personally like triple Call of the Haunted in the deck because I think that this is basically the heart and soul of the deck, which is Altair. But that's just a quick little matchup, and I got another quick little replay for you guys today against the Qliphoths. Alright guys, so this is another quick little replay, and this one is me playing the Shaddolls. Like I said, I really love the deck, and I'm probably going to be playing this deck more often than any other deck because I like the way it just plays. There's so many options in this deck. I actually stopped the Cephalon play. This guy was so cocky too. I wish I could show you the chat right here. If you guys want to check it out, I'll put a link down below in the description box for the stream highlight, also to my Twitch channel if you guys are interested in watching me play games live sometime. But he was so cocky, he's like, okay, next turn Asian Ice Scrub, you're going to get wrecked. And I tried to add the Shaddoll Fusion, and I activated it, and then he activates Dark Bribe. And I was super salty on stream, as some of you guys know. I was like, are you serious? Who plays Dark Bribe in this deck? Because this deck, I think, is better just to make it as quick as possible. Don't play these, because if you get it clear, the faster that you get it out, the faster you can actually just make it game. But he's able to actually pull off the and everyone's like, oh, GG. And I was like, guys, I got the Trag, no problem. I mean, look at this, guys. Most decks would fold at this point because he's got a Qliphoth killer that's coming out that can't be negated. And I was like, oh no, oh no. And he also has a Black Horn of Heaven, which won't stop. Trag is an effect special summon. It's not, yeah, so you take damage in a special summons, and then, like, you can't Black Horn of Heaven Gores, or like Megalo or something like that. But I ended up discarding Tragodia, and I actually kind of think this is a bad play. I mean, I don't think it really mattered because my life points were so low at the point where if this play didn't go off, I was gonna lose anyways. But in certain circumstances, it does matter, and let me explain it to you guys. So the reason why it does matter is because if, let's say I had more life points, like I said, because I had so low life points, it didn't matter, but just as a heads up, what I should have done was Tragodia and discarded Cephalon, because that way I would still have another Tragodia in my hand, and that way I could still put up another Tragodia. I don't have another Cephalon. I'll actually only play one in this build because it just becomes more linear when you play multiple Cephalon. It just makes it kind of like a turbo build, and then you drop the Cephalon. But this card is also still good in the mirror match. But Tragodia came in clutch there, and I steal his card and then activate this card's effect. Now, he actually got rid of his own card, which kind of ended up biting him back because he actually just gets gamed anyways right here. I'm able to attack with that. But had he kept that monster on board, so yeah, he definitely done goofed over there. So that was a little bit misplayed by him. But I just thought it was kind of cool that we got over, and everyone was like, "Oh, get wrecked," because this guy was talking mad trash in the chat box over here. But this deck is very nasty. I mean, a lot of decks. I mean, who has level 2, level 10 monsters? Unless you play double Trag. I mean, that was. I also had this in my build, so it kind of worked out in my favor. But not being able to have Sinister Shadow games early on against this deck is just problematic because what I was going to do, guys, is activate my Shaddoll Fusion. I was going to pop this. You have to get rid of this as quickly as possible. That's really key. I think I actually have, I don't remember what I titled the video, but basically, I will show it to you guys. Basically, all I do in the rank 4 spam deck, like a Stellar deck, if they go for, they always activate this first turn, they search out a card. If they don't make the killer immediately, what you need to do is you need to Excite Knight and blow this thing up. Blow it up as quickly as possible, because if they can't search it out next turn, they can't complete the Pendulum Scale, then you have huge advantage. And they never want to complete their Pendulum Scale unless they can make killer. So unless they're going to activate another one of these, in which case hopefully you can just activate the effect again of the Excite Knight, and you can just go ahead and pop another one of these or just get rid of everything. Because, like I said, they're probably not going to try to Pendulum Summon unless they can, you know, basically make killer and, like I said, punish them by them having one more card, because if you use 2 for 1 XYZ, basically you'll be at 5 cards and they will then be at 6 because they search out this card for free. So that's just as a heads up to how to try to beat the deck if you have a rank 4 spam deck, which there are tons in the game right now. But yeah, that was pretty cool. Replay, 2 little replays I wanted to share with you guys. But anyways, if you guys want to check me out on stream, link down below in the description box for my Twitch channel. But I'll see you guys later. Oh, also, Twitch is different. Subscribe, you have to pay for it on Twitch. You want to click on follow if you want to know when I'm playing online. A lot of times I do play other games besides Yu-Gi-Oh! So if you guys are interested in that, I usually play Yu-Gi-Oh! During the downtimes of other games, like when there's Q for League of Legends and stuff like that. But anyways, thanks for watching, guys. Have a great day. Asian Ice out.